All right, listen up. This is a Code Ninja security advisory. We're currently tracking a critical threat, and its identifier is CVE-2025-61616. You're going to want to pay close attention to this one. Let's be crystal clear about what's at stake here. The devices that run our lives, our businesses, our entire infrastructure, they're vulnerable. Right now. So let's break down exactly what we're up against. So, what is this thing? At its core, the vulnerability is a classic case of improper input validation. It's happening inside the 5G modem firmware, the part that handles new radio. Basically, the modem doesn't check the data it's getting, so an attacker can craft a specific, malformed message, send it over, and the modem just takes it. The result? A full system crash. And the zero-click part is absolutely crucial. This means the target doesn't have to click a link, open a file, or do anything at all. The attacker just needs to be on the network. Our objective with this disclosure is twofold. One, to give you the intel you need for immediate mitigation, and two, to force the vendor's hand to get a patch out the door. Okay, before we dive into the threat protocol, we need to establish a secure comms link. This is standard procedure. It's how we ensure you're getting ongoing, real-time threat intelligence from us. Here's your protocol. Number 1, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Think of this as your early warning system. Number 2, acknowledge you've received this advisory with a like. That's our digital handshake. And 3, comment with your patch status. Let us know, are you patched or are you vulnerable? This helps us and everyone else in the community get a sense of the true blast radius of this threat. All right, comms check complete. Let's get into the protocol. First things first, we need to define the blast radius. We're talking about who's at risk and just how easy it is to exploit this. The vulnerable infrastructure is, well, it's specific, but it's also incredibly widespread. We are looking at Unisoc chipsets, specifically the T8100, T8200, T8300, and T9100 series. And these are running on devices with Android OS versions 13 all the way up through 16. If your environment is using this particular hardware and software stack, consider yourself exposed. So, how bad is it? The formal rating is high, with a CVSS 3.1 base score of 7.5. And let's be clear, this is not some theoretical problem. That number represents a significant and immediate risk to your system's availability. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Look at how the score breaks down. The attacker's requirements, they're minimal. All they need is network access. The attack complexity is low. It requires no special privileges and, again, zero user interaction. The bar to pull this off is incredibly low. But the impact is completely focused on one thing: availability. We're talking a high-impact system crash, a denial of service. The good news, if you can call it that, is that your data's confidentiality and integrity aren't at risk. The bad news is your device becomes a paperweight. Okay, we've defined the threat. Now let's talk defense. Because there's no official vendor patch available right now, the responsibility falls on us, the defenders. We have to implement immediate compensating controls. This is the mitigation protocol. Here are your 3 lines of defense. First, network monitoring and filtering. You need to deploy and tune your intrusion detection systems to hunt for any anomalous traffic hitting those NR modems. If you see it, filter it, block it. Second, vigilant patch management. You need to be watching Unisoc and your device OEMs like a hawk. The second a patch drops, you deploy it. No delays. And third, hardware substitution. If a system is mission critical, I'm talking emergency services, core operational tech, and it's running on this hardware, you need to swap it out. Substitute those devices with unaffected chipsets until a verified patch is installed and confirmed. Now, I know some might question putting an advisory like this out in the public. Let me be perfectly clear. This is an act of defense. When a vendor fix is absent, the Defender's Code, the principles of coordinated vulnerability disclosure, it demands that we arm the community to protect itself. This is about forcing a resolution. Users have a right to know. And this timeline really shows why we have to act now. This CVE was reserved by Unisoc way back in September of 2025. It took until March 9th of 2026 for it to even be published. CISA then had to step in later that day to enrich the record. And as of March 10th, our threat intel confirms this is effectively a 0 day in the wild. Right now, there are no known active exploits yet. And that yet is what should keep you up at night. So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. Forget the vulnerability for a second. Think about the impact. What is the actual operational cost of widespread mobile and IoT outages in your world? What happens when those comms links go dark? Calculate that cost and then act accordingly. Stay secure.